You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. In the end, it's not the years in your life that counts, but never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. In this life, we cannot do great things. Life is either daring adventure or nothing at all. Take only memories and leave only footprints. Live your life by a compass, not by a clock. So far, it's been an unbelievable year. We have been on the go since February, traveling from expo to expo, state to state. Now, with a couple of weeks in between, we had some downtime. So before we go on our next adventure to the big Lone Star State, I gathered up Hoku and a couple of things, threw in the cooler, and headed out to a place where no one knows where I was going to be. 350 acres of just being secluded and alone on the Kentucky Lake. So come along and join me as I relax and have a great time on a solo overnight trip. Life is not always perfect. Like a road, it has many bends, ups and downs, but that's its beauty. I marveled at the beauty of all life and savored the power and possibilities of my own imagination. Driving through this rough road, there were mud holes, potholes, just like the trouble in life. Sometimes we go through it, sometimes we go around. But eventually, we make it through it and persevere. The roads can get rough, but if you don't go through it, you'll never know what's on the other side. And trust me, what was on the other side was well worth it. At this point, all my friends would get a kick out of this, watching me go around these mud holes, trying to not get my truck dirty. But I come to the point where I don't mind getting a little dirt and mud on the tires, because the term, risk it for the biscuit, the long-term goal is to get to that destination to really enjoy what's on the other side. After miles of traveling on the dirt road, I felt that my destination was getting pretty close. And then I started to reflect back. As you get older in your years, you start to appreciate the finer things in life. Things that are free, like the beauty of a sunset or a sunrise, or the quietness or the serenity of being alone. Just being lost somewhere or out in the middle of nowhere. Because sometimes you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes in the middle of nowhere you find yourself. And it doesn't feel like I was lonely, because loneliness is the human condition. You need to cultivate it. The way it tunnels into you, it allows your soul room to grow. There was not a single vehicle or a single soul around. I did have Hoku with me, my protector, and I knew that I was in, or we were in, for a night of peacefulness, tranquility, and beauty with the stars over the Kentucky lake. We are here on the Kentucky Lake. We found a dispersed camping spot miles from anywhere else, and we are the only one here. And when I say we, Hoku and I, and it is a beautiful spot. I found this spot from a friend, and I will post the coordinates on here if you're interested in coming out here. Just go to our Patreon page, and I'll put the links and the GPS coordinates for those who are interested. So as the day was about to come to an end, I sat back and reflected on life as I watched the sunset. And then I started thinking about my little sister. My little sister has stage 4 lung and breast cancer. She's been fighting it for about a year now, and she's been a true warrior. I started thinking about how the simple things in life, like a sunset or a sunrise, that many people take for granted. That a day spent with dreaming and sunsets and refreshing cannot be battered, because sunsets are proof that no matter what happens, every day can end beautifully. So, at the end of the day, it was time to retire up to the rooftop tent. But I did have my Zero Breeze portable battery-operated air conditioner. Zero Breeze provides 2,300 BTUs, which is a battery operated to keep me and Hoku cool up in the rooftop tent. So I set it at the coldest level I could just to cool down the tent, and the battery lasted about 4.5 hours. And I do have a drain hose that drains the condensation out of the tent out into the ground. It did get pretty chilly about midnight, and I had to turn the unit off, but it did make it a nice comfortable sleep. All right, gang, we're gonna call it a night. I've got the Zero Breeze going. We've got 60 degrees going there, and then I've got the moonroof open, and hopefully this thing will cool the tent down a little bit. And Hoku's chilling. And we will see you guys in the morning. You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us today. But good morning. It is bright and early, and slept okay last night. Hoku slept okay. Tweaked my back yesterday or the other day, carrying some of these power stations in, and it bothered me yesterday, and then last night sleeping on that mattress. I've got to get another mattress, but kind of hurts a little this morning, so I took some Motrin. But we're gonna make some coffee and then probably head out when the sun comes up. But overall, it was a quiet night. It was super quiet. Ran the Zero Breeze last night, and ran for about 4 hours, and then it finally drained the battery. It got pretty cold in there, so had to turn it down, but the batteries drained out about 4 hours, so that was perfect. And opened up the windows, and it was a really good night. So if it wasn't for my back, it would have been a perfect night. So let's go make some coffee. Go ahead, Hoku, eat your food. I want to thank you guys for joining us on this solo overnight camping trip. And if you made it this far in the video, you can help support the channel by subscribing, like, or comment, and that helps us out tremendously. And if you would like to be a supporting member, please visit our channel on our patreon.com and become a Patreon member. We also will post or have posted the coordinates of all our camp spots which are available to our members. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming along, and until our next adventure, this is Semper Gumbie out.